The Speaker of the House is getting crushed by a lot of his own party on social media right now, and to some extent in Congress. That's because after 6 months of putting it off, he allowed us to vote on whether to resupply Ukraine, mainly with artillery and anti-aircraft weapons. But most of the majority party voted no, and all of the right flank voted no. And some of those folks are really upset, and they are openly calling on the Speaker to be fired. And they might be bluffing on that. They're getting a lot of attention just for making the threat, and I tend to think that's what most of them really want, so that might be enough for them. But to everyone watching this who's mad at the Speaker for allowing that vote, I just want you to keep something in mind. He was acting against his political incentives to call that vote. And when we see someone in politics go against their political incentives, we can still disagree with their decision, but for me, I put it in a different category. My sense is he genuinely felt that if he didn't allow this vote and Ukraine fell to Russia, that he would carry that on his conscience for the rest of his life. And he weighed that against his political career, and he decided that his conscience weighed more. And you may disagree, but the fact that he was willing to pay such a steep political price to make that decision means that, at minimum, he was being sincere. He really did believe it was the right thing to do, or he wouldn't have paid the price of potentially ending his political career to do it. That's rare. Most of what we see in politics is just folks pursuing short-term incentives and then using the language of principled conduct to dress it up a little. So when we see them go against those incentives, that's meaningful. And look, now that he's made his right flank super angry, I think he's going to give them everything he can. I think he's going to cave to them over and over for the rest of his term to keep his job and maintain his status. So I reserve the right to disagree with him on lots of stuff going forward. But what he did last week, that took guts. That wasn't the rhetoric of principled conduct. That was actual principled conduct. All for now. Keep you posted.